You gotta show love even when your parents don't. But alas, as usual, I must wait for a damn IP. An IP fresh out of the oven. Let's greet it with some abuse. You already know I'm gonna T5 this hoe into outer space, but science has shown that it helps if you actually utilize the correct flags in Nmap in the first place, so you're not running around like it's amateur hour at your local hackathon. I complete the very first task, which is deploying the machine, and I step away briefly to wipe the sweat from my forehead. I answer the next 3 questions using the data Nmap pillage from the IP and cheat the system by clicking the submit button on the GoBuster task even though I haven't done it yet. As usual, I slap the dir flag onto GoBuster instead of using dirbuster like a pleb bitch and let it run off at a snail's pace. Our F12 Hollywood auto hack menu yields nothing of interest, so I'm stuck sitting with my thumb scratching my colon while I wait for Slowbuster to wrap up. I noticed the enumeration yielded a panel URL, which is the answer to the last question in task 2, pushing me one step closer to hacking the mainframe. Now armed with the task of obtaining a reverse shell, I see that the index page has a PHP extension, so I'm going to utilize my crutch, rev shells, to generate me an innocent little payload. The IP import have already been filled out by my BrainLink interface to TryHackMe, and I'm using a double funny number for the port because I'm a mature adult that holds a salaried position. Upon attempting to force my payload down the form's input hole, it spits it back in my face in defiance, disallowing any Pepega from uploading a .php extension. Banking on the developer having drank fabric softener to smooth their brain, I re-download the payload instead of renaming the current one and give it an extension of .php5. While I don't know this language, I have to assume that green and successo means I've successfully force-fed the form its broccoli. Reviewing Slowbuster shows an uploads folder, which I assume is where our totally non-malicious payload is being stored, but before I activate my domestic sleeper cell, I need to ensure that I'm listening on the haha funny port. Once I navigate to the payload location and it executes, I've gained access to the Pentagon's mainframe, but merely as a web server user. I work my way into a less cringe-ass nay-nay baby shell and hunt for the first flag, which is easier to find than a will to live after opening up LinkedIn on a Monday. I input the flag to show the platform that we da best and dive back into our shell to find a way to escalate privileges to the daddy level. Looking for Suid bits, Python sticks out, and if I ever catch anyone allowing Python as Suid bit in real life, I'll personally glue Legos to the bottom of your feet. I hit up GTFO bins because I know someone much smarter than me has already figured this out a long time ago, and I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. This puts me in a root shell, which I use to plunder the final flag from the system, leaving me feeling a bit bad, like I violated its privacy somehow. Then I remember it's a VM in a data center and I pop that bitch into the flag input and celebrate that I can tell everyone on LinkedIn that I've completed the Root Me CTF on TryHackMe.